Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy the Young CEO. Welcome back to a new video. Today we're gonna be doing a little overview on the market on the crypto market, and we're gonna be looking at Bitcoin. Right, the crypto market was, all markets were actually very silent during the month of December. It was a month of accumulation, literally a month of consolidation for the month of December, and even the beginning of January. Right, and now during the mid-January, late January, we have a big run up for Bitcoin, right? And Bitcoin is sitting at $23,255 as I speak. But right now, the total market cap for Bitcoin is also sitting at $448 billion of dollars, right? So, um, yeah, the market has had a big run up in the last couple of days and within the last 2 weeks. So I want to just cover some things about Bitcoin and where we see this market going forward, right? What's going on with this market and where do we see this market going? There's a lot of things going on in the market. You have Bitcoin right now sitting at 23,000. Ethereum sitting at $1,664. Solana sitting at $25. Link sitting at $7. Dot sitting at $6.34. So over the last week, we had a big run up, a big run up for crypto. As it was accumulating for a while in the month of December and late November. So let's see what's going on with the markets. All right. So right now, Bitcoin is trading at $23,000. One thing that I do see is that with Bitcoin trading up, obviously, let me think this out for you guys. All right. So why is Bitcoin trading up, right? The reason why I believe Bitcoin is trading up is because we have these highs in these areas, this previous area, right? That has stop losses above it, right? People that were shorting the market, they have their stop losses above these highs when they took their positions, right? And Bitcoins are going to be invalidating those stop losses and invalidating those positions. So obviously we're taking that liquidity out, right? So you have highs in this area, bam, duplicate that. Highs in that area. Another high in this area. Right? So right now I see Bitcoin short squeezing all these sellers out of the market. Right? Bitcoin has been trading down for a while now. We are in a bear market, but we have had a big move up into these areas, right? But I think that's what we're doing. We're looking to take out those highs, right, in those zones. Also, right, with that being said, that we have those highs in that area, right? We also have this imbalance, right, at the $28,000, $30,000 mark, right? So I could possibly see us trading above these highs. We take all those stop losses out. We trade back into this imbalance, and then we slowly trade back down, slowly accumulate, slowly trade back down, maybe invalidating these lows. Maybe we trade back down lower, right, into these areas. I don't think we're below. Personally, I don't think this is the low. I mean, nobody knows if this could be the low for Bitcoin. Like I said, it's just my concept that I'm using, right? And the concept puts the odds in your favor. And with that being said, with the odds being in my favor, right, I see us taking out these highs, trading up into this imbalance, trading back down, taking out and invalidating this low, and we have this imbalance right here to actually trade into as well, right? So, but I'm not saying right now it was a perfect time to actually dollar cost average over these last couple of months. Being able to dollar cost average into these areas, into these zones, right, while the market was accumulating, right, that's something that we should be doing, right? Because obviously the market right now, Market's sitting at 23,000, right? Be realistic. Market is sitting at 23,000, and obviously, if you accumulate in these areas, if you dollar cost average, meaning that if you DCA, putting a couple of dollars into the market and slowly getting your position of Bitcoin into the market, then you wouldn't be FOMOing right now, right? You wouldn't be FOMOing. You wouldn't be trying to get into a position just because you see the market going up. You want to make sure that you get into a position when the market is accumulating, right? I'm not, because right now, if you did accumulate in those areas, probably sitting pretty right now on, some profit. But obviously, as the market does trickle down lower, you still want to accumulate. You want to hold those positions because obviously you're not going to be losing as much if you try to buy when the market's going up, right? Now, Bitcoin does have the potential, right, to obviously go higher than it is, right? It's mathematically designed to go higher than it already is, right? To make all-time highs in its next bull run, right? So, yeah, like right now we are in the middle of a zone. I see that us trading up into this area, right now, I see us trading up to this zone, right? Filling up in this imbalance, and then we slowly consolidate down back into this imbalance, trade back up, invalidate these lows, right? But it's gonna be a slow process. Maybe then hit 12K to 10K, and then maybe we go lower. But that's what I see, and then we trade back up, creating an all-time high in the next bull run. But I don't think that's gonna be anytime soon. Obviously, it could be. Who knows, right? But we trade below this low. That's a possibility. I'm not saying that is a possibility. We trade below this fair value gap, this imbalance in the market, right? So no, definitely dollar cost average, but in this area, that's when I will be taking a large position on just the market in general. When Bitcoin hits this area, that is when I will be taking positions on other coins as well in the market, right? But you should have been dollar cost averaging. If you didn't pick up Bitcoin in these areas, I don't know why you wouldn't, right? Those are prime entries to actually get into the market. Like I said, one thing is you do not want to catch a falling knife, right? Stop trying to catch the bottom of the bottom, because that's unlikely to happen. You want to dollar cost average and position yourself over time into these coins, right? Especially because you got Bitcoin sitting at 23,000, right? For you to put a whole $23,000 in the market and then hit, and then it basically going to hit 12,000. You could have bought 2 coins at $12,000 if it goes to $12,000. But if you're dollar cost averaging into here, you're getting your positions in the market, right? You're positioning yourself in the market, right, where you are now in the market to basically capitalize off of whether the market goes up, trades up, or if it trades a little bit lower, right? If it trades a little bit lower, you'll just be buying more Bitcoin for your buck, right? But as right now, as short term, as immediate term, we see Bitcoin just trading up into that $28,000, $30,000 area, and then slowly trickling back down, trading back up. But if we go to the previous market of Bitcoin, I want to just show you guys a little bit. All right, if we go to the 2017 bull run, right, the Bitcoin market at an all-time high hit $19,000, right? And from the $19,000 area to the the low of that bear market, right? It was basically 85%, right? 85% from that low of that bear market to that high of that bull market, right? It's 85% drop, right? Next, if you go to this run, right, that we had Bitcoin basically hitting 70,000. We had Bitcoin's hitting 70,000, nearly 70,000. And if we go to that same area, right now, we're the lowest that it went in this bear market was 77%. Now, if we go to that imbalance, right, we're gonna be hitting around 83%. Maybe we go a little bit lower, right? 84% at $10,000, right? So there's a pattern here. There's a pattern here when it comes to these bull runs, right? Because even the previous bull run, the 2013 bull run, that actually the drop was around 84, 83, 85%, right? For that drop. Now if we go back into this area, right, like Bitcoin, obviously, one thing about Bitcoin is that it's a pattern, right? It follows, history repeats itself, right? So you have accumulation phase down here, right? Accumulation phases in this area. You have accumulation phases in this area, and accumulation phases in this area. There's a lot of accumulation phases before a crypto goes parabolic, right? A crypto cannot go parabolic and cannot basically, distribute. You don't see that big distribution of money unless it accumulates, right? In order for something to move, it has to accumulate, it has to consolidate money, right? It has to accumulate some sort of capital into positions, right? And with that being said, that's what it did in these zones, right? Before it went parabolic again, right? And that's what we have to see with Bitcoin this run. We have to see certain points of accumulation, right? Throughout this entire market, right? I mean, from the lowest low, right? Not even the lowest low, from this area, from July 18th till August of 2020, right? The market was accumulating the entire time. The market was accumulating the entire time, right? It had that's like almost 2 years worth of accumulation that Bitcoin did in order to go parabolic, right? And I mean, last year's right now we're in 2023. So I mean, I say we play in this zone, right? I say we play, we trade up into this imbalance, slowly accumulate and play in this zone, right? Before we go up to hit these big numbers again, right? And also that 84% mark, right? The 84% drop, that was the lowest. That was the low of the bear market, right? If you look at this zone right here, right? This was COVID that happened. This is COVID, right? Something else another event will have to happen. Obviously, this was FTX. FTX imploded right here. Not imploded. FTX, filed right here. The whole case was Sam Bankman-Fried. This is him, right? This is it, right here. But I mean, like Bitcoin, it's a very interesting project. It's very interesting, what's happening and how history repeats itself, because mathematically Bitcoin has to go up, right? It doesn't have to, but as long as the network and as long as people are supporting it, Bitcoin's mechanism, like its burning mechanism, its market cycle, it's having, so this is a deflationary currency, right? It fights inflation. You have a currency that fights inflation. That is deflationary, right? So I mean, like that's power. That's very, very powerful itself. Despite all the other factors that it has, right? And those are positive factors. But anyway, that's what I see for Bitcoin in the meantime, right? But now what I want to do is I want to go to the Brave New Coin liquidity, right? Because this shows you all the way back to 2013, right? So I actually marked this up previously for you guys. So if we go back to 2013, Bitcoin was sitting at a pretty low spot, pretty spot if we had that opportunity today. And I bet a lot of people were back then were saying, Bitcoin is really expensive at $1,000. I'm just gonna wait, accumulate. Imagine if you accumulated Bitcoin here, right? Even here, right? Obviously, you don't want to do that because there is risk involved in investing. But I'm just saying, all right. If you were in 2013, I wasn't in the crypto market in 2013. I can tell you that, right? I'm being truthful and I'm being honest. Some people would lie to you and be like, yeah, I've been here from the start, but they just started trading. Anyway, imagine if you literally just held on to a position at $600. Right, you'd be sitting pretty right now, right? How much of you guys would love to be sitting on a position and you know you grabbed that position at $600 and that position literally ran up to $68,000? Everybody, right? Nobody would say no to that, all right? But anyway, if you look right at the all-time high for that 2013 bull run, look at what happened, right? You have that not all-time low, that low of that bear market at around 85%, right? Drop. You had an 85% drop, right? You got it filling up all those imbalances in that area right here. Bam. Then it traded back up and went parabolic. You already know. Bitcoin halving, all that stuff. 2017 right here. Bam, parabolic. All right, you have that 85%. So it dropped from the all-time high to the low of that bear market. It dropped 85%. Next, you had the 2017 bull run, right? Let's look at that 2017 bull run. All right, so 2017 bull run, you had. I already typed it in, but I'm gonna show you guys from that all-time high of that new all-time high of 19,000. You had Bitcoin trading to 84%, right? 84% drop, right, from the all-time high. Right? Wow, what a coincidence that it's 84% again. 85%, right? Next, right, we have this market, this new run that happened in 2021, right? You have a $68,000, right, all-time high. Right now, we did hit a 77%, around 77% for the low of this bear market right now, right? I'm not saying that this is the low that it go. I see this market going lower, according to my concepts. But if we go to where our fair value gap and our imbalance is at, that's around 83%, right? Maybe we go a little bit lower, 85%. That's taking out these lows, hitting that order block, right? $10,000 Bitcoin, right? What a coincidence, right? Patterns in the market tends to follow trends, right? Doesn't it? Right? So I think that since obviously the last couple of bear markets, it was at 85% drop, right? Maybe we get the same thing here. We go to 12K, $10,000, filling that imbalance, right? Hit that order block, take out some lows, right? Short squeeze these sellers in this area, right? And then we short squeeze the buyers. The buyers in these zones that have stop losses. We basically invalidate those buyers, and then we run up, right? That's exactly what they're trying to do. That's exactly what Bitcoin is trying to do, right? Not exactly, but that's what an idea of what we have that Bitcoin is trying to do, right? Also, if you look at this last bear market, last bull cycle, what happened in this zone, you had a lot of accumulation phases. Like I said, I did mark it up on the Bitcoin chart for you guys. But anyway, when Bitcoin actually came up here, it literally short squeezed a lot of these sellers out the market, right? Next, what also happened is we had an imbalance in this area, and what happened was Bitcoin traded up into that imbalance and then traded back down, filling in this imbalance, and that gave us another opportunity to accumulate Bitcoin, right? And by the way, that was COVID, right? This entire drop, this was COVID, literally COVID, the COVID drop, right? And then during COVID, it even ran again. It literally bull cycle ran, right? But this was when COVID was announced, right here, March of 2020, right? So, like I said, like, took all those stop losses from those sellers out, straight up into that fair value gap, and then obviously we have the same thing here: sellers stop losses, seller stop losses, seller stop losses, right now, trading up into that imbalance, and then we could potentially see that lower drop to trade into that imbalance, filling that imbalance, and then I say we go ahead, and then obviously I don't think this is going to be anytime soon. I say the accumulation back down in this zone. This is going to be a while. I think this is going to take a good amount of time to actually do that. But it's not about that. It's about the zones and about the price that you're grabbing these prices at, right? You guys need to make sure you're dollar cost averaging when it comes time into your positions during times like this, right? Even though it might go back down, you need to make sure that you do, because you do not want to catch a falling knife. You want to make sure that you have and trickle your positions in slowly, right? Because that's going to help you mitigate against risk in the market, right? Now, like I said, after we hit these levels, right, because I believe that we're not done falling to the downside. You know, when the next bull market comes around, then we go ahead and hit the levels that people wanted to last bull run, right? You know, I don't think Bitcoin is here to stay, right? In my opinion, Bitcoin is here to stay. I don't think it's going anywhere. You have institutions that's already invested into it. You have the governments that are already invested into it and are, you know, like doing their own thing with it. There's a lot of people in the space, right? And I don't think that it's going to. Obviously nothing's too big to fail, but I don't see Bitcoin going anywhere, right? I don't see Bitcoin going to zero, right? Obviously, I can see another big drop in Bitcoin to the downside, but maybe that will be a good thing for the market, because in order for the market to go up, it has to come down, right? So, you know, that's basically my little talk for Bitcoin and what I see happening to Bitcoin. Without further ado, if you guys have any comments or questions or anything, you know, just reach out to me on my Instagram at the YoungC30. Also, this is my analysis on the crypto markets right now as we see Bitcoin doing its thing. But yeah, without further ado, make sure you guys go like, comment, subscribe, hit that post notification button. Stay tuned for other updates, and also I am actually opened up a Patreon, so, and I know, to my private Discord, as well as a couple NFT guides, so that you guys could actually indulge into exclusive content behind the scenes with other investors. So, make sure you guys go check out that Patreon and support the page, as well as the Discord, right? I post a lot of information in the Discord, so make sure you guys go check that out. Link is in the description. Also, go follow me on Instagram as well. But without further ado, that's it. This is my crypto analysis for what's to come, right? And make sure you guys are also checking out for that leverage trades, right? I actually, in my Discord, I actually do leverage trading as well. Crypto leverage trades, and mainly NAS 100 leverage trades, E-mini leverage trades. So make sure you guys go check that out. I post NFT content, the new and upcoming NFTs, stocks to look out for, right? There's a lot of things in there. So obviously it is a Patreon membership that you get with the Discord. So make sure that you guys go check that out in the link in the description. So without further ado, make sure you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys on the side of success.